Contrary to what you might have heard, he is not a candidate for Penn State's head football job. Hi, I'm Cindy Sports' Noah Kozlov. That man is Matt Hayes. He's already got a job, and it's a good one. National college football writer for Sporting News. It's his First-and-10 column that hits sportingnews.com every Tuesday, and now we talk about it. Matt, what are your thoughts on the Penn State coaching search?
No, it should probably wrap up here shortly within the next few days. But I think the overriding theme that people are kind of getting lost in right now is it's going to be very tough for whoever gets that job to be successful. It has nothing to do with, the devastating allegations going around State College right now. It has everything to do with just history, recent trends, Noah. When you look at big-time programs, Noah, when they replace coaches, it's not the first replacement that has the success. The first replacement is always the guy that lasts 2 or 3 or 4 years and tanks. And then the next guy comes along and cleans it up. Over the history of the last 10, 20 years, Alabama, Oklahoma, Michigan, all these major programs, Notre Dame, that have had these situations where a legend has won and won big, the next guy that follows him, it's just flat out ugly.
All right, so you mentioned Alabama, and now Nick Saban's in the position to win another national championship. And why are some folks thinking that Alabama should be the favorite in this game?
I just think it's interesting, though, when you look at this thing, first you hear the Alabama fans, and they'll say, well, we should have won the game. We missed field goals. We outplayed them. You lost. Then you've got ESPN bobbleheads, Noah, asking Oklahoma State players, what statement did you make about where you belong in the AP poll after beating Stanford? Really? Meanwhile, there's a team in LSU, Noah, who humiliated the Rose Bowl champion, already beat the team they're going to play in the BCS National Championship game on the road, won 6 games against the final BCS top 25 rank. I told you in May, I told you in June, I told you in August, I told you in October, I'm going to tell you again. No one is beating LSU.
I don't know what you said in July and September, but that's a good thing since you skipped over those months anyway. So the SEC has dominated over the last 5 years. They've won 5 straight national championships. So let's go back and reflect 5 years ago on Jim Delaney's comments.
Let me take you to a moment in time, though, when this whole SEC dominance began, when Florida emasculated Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl. And Jim Delaney, about a month later, came out with an open letter to Big Ten fans where he chided the media, Noah, that we were making too big of a deal out of Florida's dominance over Ohio State and how the Big Ten looked, soft. So Jimbo comes out and says, you probably need a 5 or 10 year trend line to figure out before you start talking about all this stuff, writers, okay? So here's your trend line, Jimbo. 5 years later, the SEC has won 5 straight national championships. We'll be 6 officially after next week. And the Big Ten, meanwhile, Noah, has won 1 Rose Bowl in that span. 1. Ohio State's win over Oregon. Oh, by the way, with a quarterback who was taking cash from the moment he stepped on campus in Columbus. Okay?
Always trending upward. Matt Hayes, college football writer for Sporting News. Matt, Happy New Year. Enjoy the BCS National Championship game. I'll talk to you again next week.
All right, you too, Noah.